Here's a basic example calculating acceleration. Now, personally, I don't know the typical running and walking speeds of the average person. These are just arbitrary numbers that I chose. So we're going to go ahead and calculate our acceleration if, over the course of an hour and a half, we start at 5 miles an hour and gradually increase our speed to 10 miles an hour on this walk or jog or run. So before we get started with the problem, I recommend that you pause the video, read the question carefully, and see if you can assign these variables numbers based on the word problem. That way you can kind of see if you understand how to set up the problem, because once we assign those numbers, we just plug it in and solve. So the very first thing we have here, we start at a pace of 5 miles an hour. 5 miles an hour is our initial velocity. That's the speed that we start out with. So initial velocity is v sub I at 5 miles per hour. Then it says over the course of an hour and a half, that's our time. An hour and a half, I'm going to write down as 1.5 hours. You could also say it's 90 minutes, but because our speed is given to us in miles per hour, I'm going to keep it as hours. In an hour and a half, we increase our speed to 10 miles an hour. After that hour and a half is done, this is our final velocity. 10 miles an hour is our v sub f, 10 miles per hour. And the question is, what is our acceleration? So we don't know what our acceleration is at this time. We're going to plug these numbers into this equation. We're going to plug in our numbers with the units because I want you to see exactly how the units work. So we have A equals our difference in velocity, so our final velocity minus our initial velocity. That's 10 miles per hour minus 5 miles per hour over our time, 1.5 hours. Notice how it is miles per hour per hour. So this is our change in speed per hour, and speed is measured in miles per hour. So because we have the word per twice, if we use this in a sentence, miles per hour, those hours are going to be squared in our final answer. So our unit is going to be miles over hours squared. Acceleration always has our time squared, no matter what value or unit we have. Then from here on out, it's just calculator work. We're going to subtract our 10 minus 5, which gives us 5. Then divide by 1.5. So 5 divided by 1.5. In your calculator, you should get 3.33 repeating. But this is your value. So what we have going on here, over the course of this hour and a half, so forgive me, I thought I was using a laser pointer there. Over the course in that hour and a half, right here, you increase your speed from 5 to 10 miles an hour. So in 1 hour, so notice how I'm pointing at the hour here. So in 1 hour, your overall speed increases by 3.33 miles an hour. So you can also write this as 3.33 miles per hour if you want to look at it that way, if you're still struggling with the concept of acceleration in those units. So acceleration is a rate of change, the change of your speed. This is your speed miles per hour, and this is how much it is increasing per hour. And because of that concept, we have to square those hours. But this is the answer we eventually get. It's very, very simple if you just plug it into the equation and use your calculator to solve.